Welcome to the Champagne Way,
a podcast devoted to living every day like a celebration.
Welcome to the Champagne Way, episode 24.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
So, Lindsay, what is in our cup this week?
Okay, well this week it is actually Chloe Prosecco DOC, product of Italy.
Ooh.
What does the DOC mean?
So I didn't know, so I looked it up. So there's a DOC and a DOCG, and the DOC means designation of controlled origin, and the DOCG means designation of controlled origin and guaranteed. It's a production of Prosecco that falls into one of 4 provinces in Italy.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so it's very cool. And so it's pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think?
I like it. It's sweet, not too sweet. It's definitely we're drinking 2 bottles of it tonight. I mean, it's not something that we're getting tired of really easily, so I think that's good. It's one of those I think that starts to become more familiar to your taste buds the more you drink it.
Yes.
Which that probably sounds really stupid because yes, everything you drink will eventually become more familiar to you, but rather quickly. I mean, I felt like after the first glass, I was like,
Well, this has extraordinary grapes from prized vineyards in Italy's Prosecco DOC.
ooh.
Oh.
It is
la la.
brimming with fine bubbles and notes of peaches, apples, and flowers. This Prosecco is opulent, yet balanced with a crisp finish.
Opulent.
Opulent.
I like
That's a
that
word I
word.
don't use often.
No.
but I like it.
Yeah, what a word that their marketing team went for.
I know. I feel like I can taste a little bit more apples. It's funny how when you read a description like that, you're like, oh, that's that flavor that I'm like tasting. So,
I totally taste flowers
you taste flowers?
Sure.
Do you eat a lot of flowers?
all the time.
All the time. All right. So how about our champagne shout outs? Who's got one this week?
I do. So I want to shout out to Will, my fiance, for helping me make a big adult decision this past weekend that I will talk about later. But he gave me a lot of help, and he did a lot of research for me. So shout out to him.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
I know.
That'll come later in the show, guys.
Yes.
What about you, Linz? You got any champagne shout outs for listeners this week?
So I have one actually from a listener, and it is appropriate because we're recording on Veterans Day, which is today. Oh, actually, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Well, today was the
The observance
Observance
day.
of it.
I was
Yeah.
off, so I don't know what day it is. But Stacy wants to shout out to her boyfriend, Steven, who is active military, and he's actually in training, and he comes back Saturday, but he will be deployed in March or April.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to Steven. Thank you so much for serving, and thank you to all the men and women who serve in the military and who fight for our freedom and our country.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Cheers to you all. Well, I've got a final champagne shout out for us for this week. Actually, kind of has to do with, well, not Veterans Day, but someone's birthday that happens to land on Veterans Day.
Oh.
So this one is from our listener, Layla Parkins from Florida. Her birthday is on 11/11. And she said, this is a champagne shout out to my amazing friends for going to afternoon tea with me, especially Laurie, who treated me to a glass of champagne. And to the lovely ladies of the Champagne Way for enhancing my champagne knowledge. I was able to tell that my glass of champagne was an extra dry and not a brut due to its extra sweetness.
Oh.
So she was really, really proud of that, you guys.
Oh.
I thought that was like a super sweet moment. Then she called me and she was telling me about that. And I was like, you need to submit that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love it. That's cute.
happy birthday, Layla. And, you know, you've got some wonderful friends who took you out to an amazing birthday thing. So,
Yes,
yeah,
happy
champagne-
birthday, Lily Lala Lloyd.
Shout out to all of them.
Cheers to you.
So, everybody, this week is Thanksgiving, and we want to incorporate you in all the ways you want to give thanks to your favorite family, friends, just people in your life that you're thankful for. So, on our social media this next week, we're going to be giving champagne shout outs from you to your favorite people that you're thankful for. So please go to thechampagneway.com, submit your champagne shout out, or DM us on Instagram at The Champagne Way. And be sure to let us know the Instagram handle or name of whoever you're going to be doing a little champagne shout out to. And we will post those this next week for you guys.
Yes, we would love to know who you're thankful for. I mean, our motto is live every day as a celebration. So we want to celebrate these people.
Alrighty. So, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this very traumatic holiday experience you've had. And we're barely into the holiday season, but it's the Aldi's experience, I guess is what we're going to name this. But
Yeah.
tell us about this.
Oh my gosh. So last episode, if you remember, Jess was talking about all the advent calendars. And so she got me excited about the wine advent calendar that was going to be at Aldi's. And she told us the date and I wrote it in my calendar. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. But then online, when I looked at it, it said only select Aldi's was going to have it. So I tried to call the Aldi's that I normally go to, and I got like a corporate number. And when you call, it says, sorry, we don't have anyone who works for customer service because that's how we keep our costs down. But if you want to contact us, go on the website and contact us. So I went on the website and contacted them, and I just said, hey, like which stores are going to have the wine calendars? Because I didn't want to stand at one that wasn't going to have it. And so they wrote back and they're like, we're only getting a limited amount, and they're going to pretty much be anywhere where it's okay to sell alcohol, and, kind of just went on from there. It's like, okay. So I get up early. The store opened.
Well, sorry,
Okay,
I
go
want to
ahead.
interrupt. So you also, in this email, because Lindsay emailed it to us as well, you also found out that all these calendars in Tennessee and I think maybe Ohio were going to cost $10 more.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And that has something to do with our alcohol taxes or
Yes.
something, correct?
All right. Okay.
Yeah. It was a little disappointing. It was going to be what was it, $79, something like that? And it was 60 elsewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. 69 everywhere else except for Tennessee and Ohio, where it was 79.
Okay.
Ugh.
Sorry. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Next time we're driving to a different state.
All right. Okay. I just had to throw that in there because I saw that email and I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you did your due diligence and you researched ahead and you had all this foreknowledge.
Yes. I mean, it was for alcohol.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
So I get up early and actually am ready early because the Aldi's is actually on my way to work. So I was just going to be a couple of minutes late to work. And I'm sitting there talking to my mom, who is staying with us a couple of days a week to help with the baby. And I was texting both of y'all. And I think, Jess, you said, oh, I've already heard that one of the locations in Nashville already has a line around the building. And I was like, oh, crap, I guess I should go ahead and go. Well, I get there about 8:20, 8:25, and there's a handful of people outside at this location. There's probably 7, 8, maybe.
And it opened at 9. Right?
Yes. So I get there 35 minutes early. And, of course, I recognized the girl that was first in line. She was one of our sorority sisters. I don't think y'all know her. And I'm joking. I'm like, I'm glad I found my fellow alcoholic. And so we all have a buggy that and people they were like, oh, they have tickets. So I don't know if you've ever been Black Friday shopping, but if you go for a TV or whatever and you're waiting in line, they'll come out and they'll give you a ticket. That way it'll guarantee that you get that item because you'd been standing in line, and that way people can't run past you and grab it.
Rush the
Right.
door and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're they only got 13 of them at this location. And so
13?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't even.
Yeah, and some people had showed up after, they kept showing up, and so I'm like, okay, I think I was here within the first 13. So the lady comes out, and she's like, all right, who was here next? And she's giving out tickets, and she hands me one. She's like, you get the last one.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, that's not 13. She's like, well, actually, there was only 10 because 3 employees took one.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. And I mean, that's kind of disappointing for the people who got there and waited in line. But at the same time, I feel bad for the workers because, I mean, what if they were not allowed to get those?
Yeah.
I mean, and they had to work and they didn't get to stand in line for it. I mean, you can see it from both sides
Yeah,
there, you know,
right,
for
right.
sure.
But it is disappointing for the people who got in line and did not realize there was only going to be 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So people kept showing up, and because at this point we're still not allowed inside, even though we have our ticket, showing up. And we're telling them, hey, they gave out tickets, like, you know, they're out essentially. And they're like, no, we don't care. We're going to rush the door and get one.
People were telling you they were going to rush the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like, well, they still have the cheese ones, because they had a bunch of different type of advent calendars. So finally, they opened the door, and all these people like rush me, y'all. Like, I am not going to run over people. Some lady yells at me. So finally, we get up there. This one guy like starts grabbing one off the shelf. They're really heavy. There's 22 mini bottles of wine in them, and they have to make him put it down. There's like employees that are like,
No.
stop.
What? So wait, why is this not a thing that they don't have behind the counter where you have to go take your ticket up?
Well, they had it at the register, so it was right at the register, but they had them on shelves because they were so heavy.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. And how Aldi's is set up, it's not like there's necessarily like an area to put them like behind.
Oh, right.
You know?
Yeah.
So you had to show them the ticket, and then you had to give the ticket when you actually bought it. So, and they had to make that guy put it down. And I heard people yelling, like, I want to see the inventory list and like how you came up with this 13.
Wow. They like were serious about it.
People were like demanding to speak to the manager. It was crazy. And then people were running to get the cheese advent calendars because you could get 3 of those. I mean, I just got one because I was like, no, I want to leave some for everyone else. And then by the time I got there were 2 left. So
Wow. And again, you're like the 10th person in line in the store.
Yeah.
So wow.
So I got my cheese, and then I go up, and they have a couple different chocolate ones. You got the truffle one.
That is awesome.
And they had 2 like lesser chocolates, like more for kids. Mm-hmm. And then I think they had like American Girl advent calendar.
Yeah.
Like some
I
toy
saw
car
that.
ones,
Yeah,
right?
and a car one for the kids. So, but I got my wine, I got my cheese, and I got my truffle. I
Oh.
thought I was going to get robbed on the way to my car. Y'all.
Yeah, so okay, so all these, I mean, you have to bring your own packaging, like bags and stuff. So did you just like put that sucker in your cart and wheel it out to your car?
Yeah, I put it in the buggy and just.
Did you like run? I would have run to my car.
I was close. And then I
Wow.
had to put it in the work fridge. And so I wrote a Post-it note, and I was like, do not eat or you will die.
That's
And then I left it on there and
fair.
put it in the fridge at home for my husband and anyone else who comes into my fridge.
I feel like I would have gone even farther with the work note and been like, I was traumatized and assaulted while trying to get this. So if you take this from me, I will actually kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, wow, I gotta say it's a huge fail on Aldi's part for the fact that despite all of that, I mean, it does seem like they had like a system in place, and I agree that probably they should have let the workers at least get 1 each, you know, or something along those lines. But 13, and that's it at a store in Nashville.
So
This isn't. I mean,
yeah.
they should be able to look at the amount of wine sales from that store alone and realize this is going to be something that's popular.
But
Yeah.
this was a nationwide problem. So Fiance Will joined the Aldi's Facebook group just out of curiosity. And this is an Aldi's nationwide problem because there were so many people, he said, that commented on their Facebook about like they had limited numbers in Aldi's all over the country
Oh, wow.
with these small, minuscule numbers. 10 here, 15 here, 20 here.
like, that's just not enough. Like, 50 seems like a low number for this.
And Now, I don't know. So this was Aldi's first time having this particular calendar. So this came over from the UK. So this was their first time with this wine advent calendar. I don't know if it was just a limited production number. I don't know if they weren't sure how it would sell. All I can hope is that they are already working on production for next year's calendar.
Yeah. Also, I feel like if they, I mean, granted, they obviously don't have a customer service department to hear about all these complaints, but if they have like a marketing department or something, maybe they should get in this Facebook group for Aldi's and see what their customers are saying. You know, I think it would have been easy to
a little
find that.
better for next year.
I-
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
lot of revenue they're missing out on. So I think maybe this year was a test run, and hopefully next year they'll make it up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and I was hoping I could at least get on the cheese calendar, but clearly not.
No,
No, I was getting ready and I was texting Lindsay the whole time, like, oh, I'm going to head up there. And I was figuring I was going to get there like right at 9, maybe a little bit beforehand, but it was like, no.
I was like, don't even.
Don't even bother. I got ready and I started to drive that way, and I'd already texted her, and she was like, yeah, just don't even bother. Even like the other ones are sold out.
Yeah.
Because Marshall and I were just like, well, we'll just go see what other things they have. And it was like, no, we're probably going to end up with like a crappy little $5 one that
I
has
think
like,
you could have got the American Girl one.
I feel like I would have gotten
plenty of those.
the little one with like, 2-year-old chocolates in it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, guys, and there's another cheese calendar that's first time to the U.S. It's from the U.K. It's like Nom cheese, I think is what it is. And I signed up for the email newsletter, and it is only being sold in super Targets. And it's dropping November 14th. So it's already, by the time you listen to this, it will already be out. And the closest super Target to me is in Smyrna, Tennessee. There's only a couple of super Targets here in the Middle Tennessee area. And I have been working really late. And I'm like, well, I'm going to miss out on this one too. Like if I can't get to Smyrna. So like this is going to be Jess's year of advent calendars. Missed out on the Sugarfina like luxury candy one because that one's sold out in a hot minute. Missed out on all these calendars. Probably going to miss out on the Nom cheese calendar. I'm like, maybe Trader Joe's will still have some of their chocolate calendars. Maybe I'll get the Sephora makeup one. Maybe I don't know. But listeners, if you have any advent calendars that you like know of that are awesome, I want to know about them. Or else I'll just make my own alcoholic one. Right? I'm just gonna make my own alcoholic advent calendar. I'm just gonna load up on airplane bottles or mini champagne bottles and just make my own.
That's where I'm at. I think I'm just going to end up making my own.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if I could handle all of that.
Well, I have been Black Friday shopping every single year since I can remember, and this was crazier than any sale I've ever seen.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was about to say, you're like a pro Black Friday shopper. I remember running into you one year at Target, actually, and it was, I think I went out there like on a whim, and it was actually on Thanksgiving, like late at night before they opened the doors, and you were there with your family, and you all had like matching custom T-shirts on. that you're like, look at the shirts I made. I feel like that just like elevates you immediately to pro status when you have like matching shirts, so you can't lose each other in the
Yeah.
mob.
Yeah.
I also had a Yeti of champagne
Oh my god.
Oh yes, I forgot about
because I
that.
think at that point we were sitting in line waiting for the doors to open.
And it was particularly cold that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll say I do love some Black Friday shopping though.
So the day of Thanksgiving hasn't been a thing until a couple years ago.
Right.
So I think the first year they really did that, they had a lot of things open at 5 or 6, and they were actually open all night long up until the morning. So you could start and go. Now they've kind of changed it where they actually close and you have to get back up and go. But that first year, y'all, I went with my mother and sister-in-law, and then I had to wake up in like 5 hours to go meet my mom across town. And I'm like, I can't go to sleep. Like, I just can't. So I ended up going to Opry Mills Mall, which is in Nashville, by myself and walking around for about 3 hours
Oh my gosh.
and then going to get more coffee and meeting my family. I just did not sleep.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
So did you like in your kind of like sleep deprived state, did you like impulse buy things?
Do you know how many gifts I bought that Thursday and Friday?
How many?
0.
0.
I didn't even get any.
No.
What? I didn't get any.
Oh my god.
I go for the fun of it.
I get that though. I actually like Marshall and I will wait and like get the papers like on Thanksgiving, go through all the sales ads, kind of make a game plan of like, what are we going to go to? When does the store open? Do we actually need anything, or are we just like browsing?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just go to browse and like see if there's just something that randomly that we look at when we get there and we're like, oh, that's a good gift for someone.
Yeah.
But we did actually, I think that year that we saw you, it was, we went for like random things at Target. I think we ended up leaving with like a little mini carpet spot cleaner and like a suitcase. It was something so random like that it was just like, oh, we happened to see this. Oh, this would be good for something. But that was the year I think that we also discovered going to PetSmart on Black Friday.
Oh, that's
which is
kind of random.
yeah, that's our new no, back then it was a new tradition, but we've been doing it now I think for like 5 or so years. And
PetSmart?
PetSmart, yeah, and it has to do with like first of all, we saw the ad for it, and every year it was just like, okay, who's going to PetSmart for Black Friday? I mean, what kind of big deal are you getting unless
My
you're
mother
actually...
and sister-in-law go every year.
I'm like, unless you're buying something big for your animal, I'm like, what kind of real deal are you going to get there? But we had discovered, it was the year that our cat had kittens. And so we were going through a lot of cat litter. And we saw that they had like the big buckets that we usually buy for half off.
Oh.
I mean, that's a pretty big savings. So we went into the store, and that year, I'm trying to remember if that was the year we had like a little, they had a little scratch off thing at the door. So you could come in, and we were getting there like at 8:30, and I think their sales were ending at like 9 a.m. So we were like very tail end of it. We go in just to see what they have, maybe get a couple buckets of cat litter or whatnot. Marshall does the little scratch off thing and ends up winning like $100 gift card.
What?
Yeah. So then we decided to buy a whole lot more because we were like, okay, year supply. We bought so much like that the actual like the car weight like lowered the car. We were like, man, we should probably go like air up the tires or something now. But that's been our yearly tradition ever since then. And even when we've been out of town, we've actually like hired one of our friends or family member to like, well, not hired, but you know what I mean? Like ask them to go in our place and pick up our year's supply of cat litter. And we've done that every year now. It saves us so much money, and then we don't have to buy it throughout the entire year. It's just we have it and we store it in the basement.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a weird tradition. We're clearly crazy cat people. I think we posted so much about it on social media that like this last year, it even went up like $1 per bucket because it was like so many people showed up to get that. It's
Oh,
become
wow.
like a thing they're known for now.
Yeah.
Is just selling the cat litter.
Wow.
I mean,
You better stop, or they better give you a bigger discount since you're doing so
Right.
much marketing for them.
right?
Well, I mean, I feel like because one of the first places we go is Target, which is on Thanksgiving. It's always opening on Thanksgiving these days, and that's what we stand in line for. And you don't go to Target for things that you need.
Nope.
You go to Target for Target to tell you what you need.
Tell you what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like, the signs will just be there.
So that's what happened to us the first year. And I mean, we love Target, but the last few years we've actually ended up over at like the mall and gone to like the department stores.
Yep.
I think a favorite of ours the last 2 years has been like Belk and JCPenney. And I think we've gotten like new comforter sets, or I've always gone to Belk and ended up with new boots, which
Yes,
is a really random
me
thing,
too.
but like they don't advertise it really well in the papers, but you get there and it's like a free for all with shoe racks everywhere, and they always have like the most amazing boots on sale and like half off or whatever, or 75% off. So I get such good deals on shoes. I do that every year now.
Well, the department stores are like very close to going out of business these days. So bye. The sales, I think, especially even JCPenney, I think they're having like insane sales right now. So you should, I bet they're going to be really insane for Black Friday.
All right.
Oh yeah. They also have like the best like jewelry and stuff. I'd definitely hit it up. Actually, it's half the time I end up going, I just buy stuff for myself.
Well, that's the problem. When I Black Friday shop, it's all for me.
I've noticed that's been my problem the last few years. It's all for me. Every once in a while, something for Marshall. Every once in a while, I'll see something for like the nieces and nephews, but it's mostly for me.
Well, and I go with my family both times, so it's like picking things out that I want.
Oh, right.
So my sister, I think last year, we were at Belk, and I found these cooling pillows
Ooh.
that stay cool when you sleep on them. And of course, I needed those because if you don't know me,
You like to live in an igloo?
I'm hot all the time. I've got a cooling mattress pad. I've got cooling pillows. Like I tried to put the windows up last night. My family would not let me.
Meanwhile, I was just looking the other day at an advertisement for a heating pad for my entire mattress.
Yeah.
Oh, so Jay, my husband had that on his bed when I moved in with him. And I was like, absolutely not. I took it off immediately. And my sister took it. I was like, we will never use that.
Ever again.
Well, do you guys want to hear how I Black Friday shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be a fully charged laptop and a bottle of champagne and my couch.
Nice.
So do you do like Cyber Monday or do you do that on Black Friday?
I definitely kind of look at all the sales. So I kind of browse on Thanksgiving, like Amazon and Target online, and then I'll kind of peruse on into Friday, Black Friday, and then I will check out Cyber Monday. But most of my shopping these days is laptop, Christmas movies in the background, especially on Friday, and alcohol.
I like it.
That's a good plan.
Mine is usually alcohol too.
Mine's usually like that
Yeah.
on Monday, but more like coffee and cyber shopping.
Yeah, but
So have you found better deals online on Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
it really depends on what kind of website I'm on. So usually if I have something in my cart on Amazon and I'm really unsure about it, I will just let it hang out in my cart on Amazon on Black Friday. And sometimes I have waited on Cyber Monday and it has gone down. So I don't know if that's just, because it's in my cart and Amazon's like, oh,
She needs that little push to purchase.
Exactly. So it just depends. But yeah, I've never really done the Black Friday thing. It's just never been my jam. I'm much more of a homebody. I'd much rather be on my couch, curled up under a blanket and browsing. Just because I just have never really liked to stand in line and go be in that crazy crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, don't forget too that Saturday is Small Town Saturday or Small Town Shop
So small
Saturday.
business, yeah.
So
Yeah, small
be
business
sure
Saturday,
to
right?
shop small businesses on the Saturday after Black Friday and support those people because it is a lot of work having your own business.
Yeah, and I am really for all of those like little markets and everything. Like, they always have like the little Christmas markets that kind of have all the crafty stuff. I do love all of those.
I'll say I'm just a fan of it all. I'm gonna go Black Friday shopping. I'll do small business Saturday shopping. I will maybe take Sunday off, and then I will stalk all of my favorite websites, and then I will Cyber Monday shop.
So you do the mix.
I do the mix.
You do the mix.
I do the mix. It's just it works for me. I enjoy it. Like I said, Marshall and I have kind of embraced it. We like to go walk off all of our food immediately afterwards. Yeah. And we also hit up all the hardware stores. I think that's just something about being an adult. And
Oh my God, y'all are so weird.
Yeah, what?
We bought a Christmas tree one year from like Home Depot. We also adulted Black Friday one year. We're really proud of ourselves because it was the first time we upgraded all of our locks in our house to like the electronic ones that you put in a little key.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got like a thermostat that you can control by your phone, and then didn't install it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Because that's also what we do a lot of the times. We buy fancy things like that
Well,
and then wait a while.
need a new dining room suit. So
Yeah. We might go looking for some furniture this year. Yeah. We need a new table and some couches. So
I mean, we're looking at like a kind of bar sort of thing. So yeah.
yeah. Adulting on those days. It's still fun, actually.
It is,
It's
it is.
not even
It's
that
true.
fun. Oh,
It's true.
and if you're a crafter, go to Michael's. The Black
Yep.
Friday and Thanksgiving Day sales at Michael's. I can run around that store probably for hours, and I have. And it's amazing.
they do have some good deals.
Yes. My sister's a huge crafter, and I think every year I've definitely gone there and been like, okay, I can get her this and this and this and this and this.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
They have some real nice baking supplies.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
So, speaking of, Black Friday and all that, how about Thanksgiving, you guys? That's coming up first. Any Thanksgiving plans, traditions, all that fun stuff?
So I spend Thanksgiving with my husband's family on Thanksgiving. Then we do the shopping, and then Saturday we'll go to my hometown, which is Waynesboro, and we will do Thanksgiving there on the Saturday, and we'll spend the night, come home on Sunday.
Wow. That's a very, very busy week.
Yeah, especially when I'm shopping
And
Thursday night all day Friday.
And not sleeping much.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that with the baby this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yep, that's very different. Well, you survived through all of it while being pregnant last year.
Yeah, that's true. It was pretty miserable last year. But I am just hopeful that I don't have to get into a physical altercation with a family member this year.
Oh. Family drama on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, Go figure.
Yeah, exactly. But still, like,
Are you gonna like actually throw a punch? Is that like a concern?
No, but I am going to speak my mind.
Uh-oh. I mean, I feel like that's probably going to happen a lot around some Thanksgiving tables all over the country,
Yeah.
but like, let's hear about it.
Well, one of my cousins does not make the best decisions,
Okay.
okay.
and that is fine if that is how you want to live your life. However, I have recently learned that she has taken advantage of my grandmother.
Oh no! Don't mess with Granny.
Don't mess with my grandma, because my grandmother, like, she'll give you the shirt off of her back, and you know, she's just of that generation to help. And so my grandmother has like an old school phone. She doesn't have texting on it, although it's capable of texting. And so my cousin asked to borrow it, and she let her. And then some guy she's dating decided to use it and text like people out of the country.
Oh
What?
no! That's gotta be a hefty bill.
Yeah, and then she couldn't get the phone back.
Oh wow!
And she ended up having to, like, because where I'm from is really small. She had to drive an hour away to cancel it. And
Oh,
she
no.
still hasn't got any answers from her or got her phone back, I don't think. And then that same cousin called her the next day and was like, I need to get gas. I need your credit card number.
What?
Oh no!
And my grandmother thankfully did refuse to give it to her. And then she got mad. So I don't think she's talking to her anymore. So I'm hoping she doesn't even come.
The cousin got mad at your grandmother for not giving her her credit card
Yeah.
number?
Ooh.
Bea, please.
And
Yeah.
my grandparents, it's not like they are retired. They're drawing Social Security. That is the only income that they have. I think my granddad has some retirement, but they're not like, you know, like
Not
where they
raking in the
could
money or the funds to cover that,
help
right?
you cover your expenses. I mean, they're, you know,
Yeah. I
doing
feel.
what they can to live. They can't pay for your gas.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's definitely taking advantage. I feel like we've definitely all had that family member at some point, even if it's a distant relative or like a family friend or something that's
Yeah.
kind of like that, and we've seen that moment where they definitely push it. You know, it sucks because sometimes you if you ever had a good side at one point, you see where it pulls on the heartstrings of like the family member that often gets taken advantage of. It's like they're not trying to be dumb; they're trying to be helpful because
Yes.
they see the endearing part of that person. But that definitely is a shame. And I mean, I'd like, you know, not to encourage violence or anything like that. But if you socked her one, I don't think I'd.
If she shows
I
her
don't think I'd blame you.
face- well, you can't be the only family member who's pissed.
I'm not, but also like my grandparents are one of those, they'll want to keep the peace and just have a happy family dinner, and they're not going to like me saying anything, but I don't really care at this point because it's not like we're talking about my 20-year-old cousin who, you know, has to get stuff figured out. We're talking about my 38-year-old cousin who has 3 children that she doesn't have custody of any of them. that
She's old
needs
enough to
get
know
her shit
better.
together.
That's what it is.
She's 38.
She's old enough to
Yeah.
know better. Wow.
So
Well,
that's what we're talking about.
I have a song to recommend for you. It's going to
Oh,
amp
okay.
you up. One of our wonderful listeners, Michelle Pereira, she's a singer songwriter. She's got a song that's actually called "Piece of My Mind,"
Ooh.
where it's like she's like, "I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind" in the song. I mean, she's talking about a guy because, you know, that's, let's face it,
Usually.
but still, I feel like it'll amp you up because you said that early on. Like, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. This is like the amped up song that's all about giving you a piece of my
I
mind.
need Michelle to come to our family Thanksgiving and sing it, and I'll see if that cousin realizes we're talking about her.
Yeah.
Probably not.
We can put in that request with her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's Canadian, so I don't even know if she celebrates
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well,
She might be free that day.
Oh, well, it's on a Saturday, so
They have their own Thanksgiving.
that's right. That's right. So I'm sure she'll just want to tag along.
Yeah, there you go. She'll probably find it very entertaining. She could probably write an entire new song about this incident too.
Piece of My Part 2,
Yes.
yeah.
the Thanksgiving edition.
The Thanksgiving edition. I can't wait for her to listen to this now. So
What about y'all? Are y'all going off on any family members this?
Um,
none that I have planned.
I mean, right.
But you know, but fingers crossed, could happen. No, just kidding.
I mean, with the political climate the way it is, who knows? It could happen.
It could totally happen. Well, I mean, I'm not going to really see too much of my family this year just because, I mean, other than the ones who live local, we just saw everyone in town for my sister's wedding. So all of like the Florida family, the Georgia family, not really going to see them this year. And we actually thought Marshall had to work both the day before and the day after Thanksgiving. So we had a
Boo.
moment of thinking, oh, we can't go anywhere. Then he realized he only had to work the day before. So it's still kind of too late to make plans. So we're just going to hang out here.
Yeah.
And plan on
sounds
seeing like
nice.
the Georgia family and like his in-laws, my in-laws, his family around Christmas time. So
Nice.
we're just going to try to keep it very low key here. I think it's going to be rather uneventful, which I'm actually quite looking forward to,
Yeah.
Nice.
you know?
We are going Wednesday afternoon, evening. We'll go to Union City, Western Tennessee. We always spend Thanksgiving with Will's side of the family, his dad. And then we will come back Friday and either see my parents that Friday evening or go to his mom and grandparents because Saturday is the UT Vanderbilt game. So we have to be back in time for that to tailgate and go to that game.
Is that here in Nashville or in Knoxville?
No, it's here in Nashville.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I never go to the game because he always takes his friend Tim, but we always do a kind of tailgate, and I'm actually in the market for a chandelier for our tailgate tent.
Oh.
So
Oh, wow.
if anybody knows of it, where I can get that, I'm on the lookout for on Etsy sites. I'm trying to bougie up our tailgate.
Well, that sounds adorable.
You
Yeah.
can probably find one at like the Habitat Restore or on the Facebook Marketplace and just
Yeah.
fancify an old one up.
Yeah. So we'll just do a quick family Thanksgiving in Union City and then come back to Nashville.
It's nice.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
We're going to go shopping for cat litter after Thanksgiving, and that's it.
Woo!
Just to tie that back in there. That's going to be my way of celebrating the holidays, guys.
God, y'all.
Cheers.
Love it.
And meow.
Cheers and meow.
All right, Jess.
Hey, hey, it's time for Jess's Drinking, Thinking Cat.
Drinking, thinking, cat.
All right, we just talked about Thanksgiving. So let's talk about some Thanksgiving treats.
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 Treat yourself.
If you listened to our last episode, which I know y'all have, if you haven't, get on that.
It's about poop.
It is about poop.
There's some poop.
So how are you using that as inspiration for your Thanksgiving Day treat?
I mean, go make a poop turkey. Which I know you will after you eat some turkey.
I'm going to take a nap after I eat some turkey. I don't know about all that.
I mean, but you will know that I talked about some cranberry. And Trina was like, make a champagne cranberry pie. Well, okay, I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it, still in the works. But in the meantime, if you need to make some kind of quick cranberry dish for your family Thanksgiving, instead, we're going to make some champagne cranberry bars.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm still thinking about that cranberry pie. That might be more of a Thanksgiving Christmas crossover.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, what we're going to make
Way to buy yourself another month.
I know. I know. So we're gonna make some champagne cranberry cheesecake bars. And because I didn't get to do a whole lot of pumpkin for October and it's November and it's still pumpkin month, we are going to do some oatmeal pumpkin cream pies. And
I can already tell you right now, Marshall wants an order of those.
okay, great.
Yes.
And if you want, you can just have the middle just be this kind of brown sugar cinnamony, like cream cheesy middle. Or we can booze it up a little bit.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll take the booze.
I'll take that one.
You want to take the booze?
I want the boozy one.
Okay.
I would like a
let's-
boozy oatmeal cream pie. Yes.
Okay.
So what kind of booze?
Well, we can go a couple of different ways with this booze. I mean, I love champagne, but we're not going to put champagne in here.
It's okay.
Okay.
We can branch out sometimes.
We can branch out. So we can either do some kind of rum with this.
Ooh.
Some kind of like spiced rum, because that'll go good with like the molasses taste in here with the pumpkin.
Okay.
Or we can go with, there are all kinds of pumpkin liqueurs.
I I go rum.
You want to go with rum?
I want to go with rum.
Okay.
I would like
Rum.
a taste test of all,
Okay.
and then I will decide.
Okay.
Also, now all I want to do is seem like Drummer Boy, but with rum pum pum pum. Sorry,
Rum pum pum.
just saying.
a couple of episodes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Maybe in a couple more episodes.
A couple of episodes.
Well, I'm looking forward to trying all of that.
Okay.
One of these days, you're actually going to bring us all the foods. We
All
haven't
the
had anything
foods.
since the mimosa cake. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay.
I really want a boozy oatmeal cream pie, though.
Yeah.
Christmas list.
Yes.
It's a boozy pumpkin oatmeal cream pie.
Boozy
Yes.
pumpkin oatmeal cream
Get
pie.
it together, Trina.
I am so sorry. I will
Yeah.
get it together,
Get
but
it
I would
together.
like all of that.
Okay. Great.
So, any little celebrations for y'all this week? I think you had one that you wanted to share, Jess.
I do. So our little celebrations, those are things we want to share that are making us happy, and we want to share and make everybody else happy too. So this is random. This is a Twitter account.
Twitter account.
It's a Twitter account, which I know Twitter can sometimes be a stressful place. And I don't even like, I don't even really, I have a Twitter account, but I never get on Twitter. This is just a Twitter account that my fiance Will reads me. And he reads it to me once a day, and it makes me happy. Like, I literally can't not smile whenever he reads it out loud to me.
Oh, I love being happy.
Yeah, it's like the most positive thing ever. And it is Thoughts of Dog.
Thoughts of dogs. So these are thoughts of a dog.
These are thoughts of a dog.
Okay.
So let me read you a couple of these. If you're packing to go somewhere and leave your suitcase open, I'm allowed to climb inside, and then you have to take me with you. It's the law.
Thoughts of dog. I feel like that's also thoughts of cat.
Okay, that is a thoughts of cat.
That is a thought of cat too.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Here's one that I particularly liked. If your day didn't go well, that's perfectly fine, because now you get to dream, and who knows what could happen. I hope I dream I'm a penguin, so I can zoom on my belly.
Aww. Okay, that is super cute.
It is cute.
That's super, super cute.
And here's just one more positive one. Goob morning. He spells it goob like Goooob. You can do it, but if you need help, I'm just a Nugan pad away.
Aww.
Thoughts
that's
of dog.
sweet.
Thoughts of dog, everyone on Twitter. Just go read happy thoughts.
So that made me think of just accounts in general online that like we follow that give us joy to read.
Yeah.
So mine is not necessarily positive and as happy, nice as that one because it's mostly making fun of people, but it does make me laugh and it does bring joy to my day.
Okay.
So mine is on Instagram, and I think it actually started on Twitter and then eventually became an Instagram thing. But it's Overheard LA, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's overheard conversations in the LA area that people submit to Overheard LA, and then they put them online for people to follow.
Okay.
And they're ridiculous. They're hilarious. They're exactly what you would think from like the stereotypical LA person very often. I definitely like to read them in like kind of a ditzy LA voice sometimes. And Marshall and I will just like go back and forth through them and like reading them sometimes, and it's fun. So here's one that actually has champagne in the word of it. So it actually always says in the picture what the quote is, and then in the actual description beneath it, like it says where it was. It describes who it was. If they don't obviously know who the person is, they'll just put like guy or girl. Sometimes they'll add the age just so you can get a descriptor. And it's like, so this one was a guy at brunch in West Hollywood, and it was overheard by Anonymous. I don't know if I can do strangers today. I just put Molly in my champagne, and I have to take an aura photo in 1 hour.
God, I wish I lived in Hollywood.
I mean, it's just great. Like, okay, so here's another one that was overheard in West Hollywood. And it's between two people. Do you want to grab a drink? I'm really only looking for something physical. Like a hike? It's just like, yeah, it's hilarious. Like, they've got all sorts of good ones. I definitely recommend following it. Like I said, it's just Overheard LA. They've also got one from Overheard New York, Overheard London, and Overheard San Francisco. The Overheard LA is honestly the best one. Someone tried doing Overheard Nashville one time, and I think like making fun of like people here, and it's just really not as good. Like Overheard LA is the best one. I definitely recommend checking it out.
Oh my
Lynn's,
gosh.
do you have any?
Yeah. So the new one I'm following on Instagram is called The Mom at Law. And so this is a mother who's also an attorney, so I can relate. And she's actually the mother of twins plus one.
Oh, man.
So
wow.
she's got a little crazy. So she posts all this funny stuff. Like the recent one was, people just love to tell you how much they are never, ever, ever getting a minivan. Like, okay, Susan, if there's ever a never getting a minivan award, I'll be sure to nominate you for it.
That's kind of me. I want that award one day. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like this one says, parenting wouldn't be so hard if I didn't care how my kids turned out.
So true. So true.
Yup. Friend, I only need 3 to 4 hours of sleep to feel rested. Me. That's cool. I need like 16 to 24 hours to feel semi-human. So it's just really cute. Like, I like
that.
It's just fun.
That's keeping it real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, be sure to share with us, like, if you have any favorite ones that you follow. These are all parts of our little celebrations. It's things that, make us happy, whether cynical or just keeping it real or just keeping it all positive and, shedding a little light on your day. So if you want to share some with us, be sure to tag us, and tell us to follow them on Instagram or on Twitter or leave it in our feed or send us a message.
Yes, please. All right, guys, it's time to drink about it.
Woo, woo.
Reasons to drink, whether good or bad, we want to know. You could be featured on the Champagne Way podcast or our social media.
That is right.
Yep.
So, what are we drinking about this week?
Well, everyone, I have a monthly car note. But that means I have a car.
Yay! Yay for cars!
I know.
That have brakes.
That have brakes.
Boo for payments!
That's right. Hallelujah. I went to work on Saturday for 4 hours, and then I went to the car dealership for 5.
I was about to say, the car buying process is like, the fun part is picking out the car. The sucky process is the buying the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I only went to the car dealership like twice. This is the part where my lovely fiance Will did all the research and everything beforehand and really helped me out.
He Carfaxed that car for you?
I mean, basically, he did all the research, and I only went to one car dealership because he looked at all the prices of all the other ones. So I had an Altima from 2004.
That's old.
I've only ever had 2 cars in my life before. I've had a 95 Camry, and a 2004 Altima. I've never test drove a car before until this past weekend. I've never done anything like that before.
Wow.
Yep, that's right. 31 and never really done anything like that before.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's right. I test drove a 2015 Passat and a Jetta, and the Jetta felt like I was in a go-kart, and I went with the Passat, and I really like it.
Nice.
Yay.
Well, that's exciting. What color?
It is like a navy bluish.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Pretty.
So,
Have you named it yet?
no, I forget that that's a thing.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
You need to think about that for next week.
I think about it.
Well, I trade cars once a year, so if you ever need
I-
advice, let me know.
Boggles my mind.
Wow. All right. So what are you drinking about this week?
So, I went to a really fun event Friday night. It was called Some Spike It Hot.
Woo woo. It was fun.
Oh, it was fun. Trina was there too. So it was really cool. So since it's getting cold in Tennessee, they had hot drinks then that they infused alcohol into. So you could pick hot chocolate, hot apple cider, or coffee, and then they had like caramel vodka, and these were all infused. They weren't like that crap you buy on the shelves.
Ooh.
Peppermint vodka,
Butterscotch and then a marshmallow vodka.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, and then they had little toppings you could put in them. So I had a couple of those. And if you don't know me, I'll have to tell some of my silent auction stories later. But I'll tell you about this one. This one ended up not being as bad as the other silent auction story. So
Y'all made out pretty good.
yeah, we did good. So I really, really wanted the music video one.
Can you explain this a little bit?
So I don't remember. You got so many hours, and they would do a music video for you.
Oh, okay.
And my husband would not let me bid on it because I can't sing or play an instrument. I don't have a band. But I thought I still needed it. I
Right.
could like
Yeah.
lip sync. I could do something with it. But he said no. But I did come home with some other stuff. So we won a couple different things. So the first thing we won is a $20 gift card to East Park Donuts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They had donuts there from them. It was so good.
Oh.
We also got a $75 gift card to Nashville Hemp.
They were also on site, and they had like some, what was it, like oil that was mixed in with the honey?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like hemp, like hemp?
Yeah. It was like CBD oils.
Oh.
So they had all sorts of different things, but that was one of the things they were talking about.
I just want y'all to know right now that Lindsay's pulling out all her envelopes to read off all her gift certificates right now.
She got like the greatest things.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one is something I'm really excited about. So Jay and I are getting a party at BATL, the home of axe throwing.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
This is so exciting. I've heard people talk about this so much, and I've wanted to try this thing, and it sounds like it's going to be awesome. And some of my coworkers have done this and been to actually into Battle Axe, and it's apparently amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I passed it one day. I'm like, who would want to do that? And then I'm like, me?
Well, I can't wait until that party.
So I'm really excited about our winnings.
I feel like that makes up for you not getting the music video, unless you wanted to do the music video at the Battle Axe place.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, well, now I feel like we should go back and see if you can somehow get a music video done there.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to write a song about throwing axes first.
You
I
know
think.
how good I am at writing songs, Trina.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Why do I ever bring that up?
I'm sorry. I have to interject into your drink about it that while you guys were at this event, I was at Double Dare Live.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? Double Dare, like the old game
Yes.
show. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Sorry.
Please tell me you got
I-
slimed.
And no, we did not get up on stage
Aw.
to participate in any events. And I just have to say that the family who finally got to participate in Final Double Dare lost by like 3 seconds.
What? Oh my God. So they got slimed? Someone got slimed, right?
Well, she was trying to climb up the like mountain of slime and couldn't get herself up the rope to grab the final flag to win the $1,000.
Oh.
Was it fun watching or was
Oh, it was so much fun. I like needed to scream and yell after a very long week at work, and I was like on my feet, like screaming and yelling.
Oh my
Oh,
God, that
fun.
sounds so much fun.
So sorry, this was filmed like a live episode, so now I'm gonna have to like be on the lookout to watch this on TV
Heck yeah.
because we were like down like in the like lower audience. So anyway, sorry to interject.
No.
That's why I did not attend this event. Everyone listening, I was at Double Dare Live
That's a reasonable excuse.
with Mark Summers.
I
but
love it.
you
Yes.
could have potentially won a recording music video or axe throwing. Just throwing that out there. You know.
Well, I'm
Suited to
gonna
their-
axe throw. I can't wait to do that.
That's going to be fun.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Trina, what is your drink about it?
I am drinking about two things. I'm as much as fun as that event on Friday was. I'm drinking about the fact that it's done.
Yeah.
It did kind of consume my life for like the last few weeks. So like I loved it. It was so much fun. I can't wait to do it next year. But you know, that's the struggle of like a first year event.
Yeah.
Is that you deal with all the hiccups of it. So it was wonderful. It was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm super glad that it's over with. And I relaxed most of the weekend after it was done. So that was kind of nice. And now it's starting to start planning for the next one. But I'm also drinking about the fact that this is awards week.
Ooh.
Yay. So a lot of people might not know what that means, but since I work in the music industry, every year this week, everyone kind of gears up for CMA Fest. And so there's a bunch of different parties. All of the performance rights organizations throw their own awards parties, and some of them are so exclusive and only have a small attendance that the other companies that feel left out, like, then throw their own after parties and then invite more people to it. So we get to get dressed up and dolled up. I got 2 really, really awesome dresses and outfits picked out. One of the parties actually doesn't even start until like 10 p.m. at night.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a very, very late night.
So late.
And
I'm
then,
in bed by 10 every night.
well, and so the great thing about that is like you can kind of get off work, rest a little bit, then wake up and get ready and go out to the party. But I will say, like, every year it's like at about 9 o'clock. I'm like, why? Why is this so late? I don't want to go do this. This is like the worst. And I like debate with myself on if I'm going to actually go. And then I go. And I have a blast.
Yeah.
It's like one of the greatest things to look forward to each year. But it's like the motivation to go out at 10 o'clock at my age is rough.
God, it's like you're keeping college hours.
Right? Because in college, it was like, you don't even go till 10. If you showed up before 10, it's like, well you're
That
lame.
party should start
Yeah.
at 4.
Exactly. So
Because you need to go home, take a nap, and be recovered for the next day.
yes. So I think the reason they do that one so late is because since like it's the 3rd night out of 4 days of partying, pretty much. Because the parties start on Sunday with one PRO, then Monday for another, and then Tuesday is the most exclusive one. And like I said, not as many people get to go to it, so they did the big after party. But then on Wednesday, which is the big culmination, everyone goes to the CMA Awards, which is the Country Music Association, the biggest night in country. That starts, around like 5 o'clock. So people are getting ready with their glam squads and whatnot all day. So I really don't think any actual work gets done on Wednesday. So people probably stay out late at the party the night before, get up eventually on Wednesday, eventually get themselves ready, and then they go to the awards. The red carpet for that kind of stuff doesn't even start until, or I think it's going around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't do any of that stuff because I'm not that cool. But I'm going to a really cool viewing party that you have to have an invite to and get a wristband for, and that's always kind of fun. And I got a dress for that, and that starts around like 5:30 because they kickstart it before the actual awards start. So that's always fun. I look forward to it each year. So I'm really like amped that I get to go to that this week. Yes.
Well,
I'll be posting all the pictures of me in my pretty outfits.
Oh,
Yeah, please do. I have another drink about it.
yeah.
What's that?
So I scored 3rd row seat tickets to Sesame Street Live.
No.
Not only that, but I got a pre-event pass where we get to walk down Sesame Street and talk to the characters.
Girl.
I feel like
Rory.
this is all hashtag mom wins.
Rory's gonna lose her shit. She loves Elmo. She loves Sesame Street. She just stares at the TV. And what's better than that is that you have to pay per ticket unless they're under a year old. And the event is 4 days before her first birthday.
Oh, snap.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I had to pay for more. Well, I had to pay for more. There's like 7 of us going.
Oh, well. But still, yay. Exciting.
Yes.
So that's going to be her first big event, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
Think she'll do well?
Hopefully her excitement and joy will make up for all the poop I cleaned up today.
Somehow poop has made its way back into another episode.
She is the poopinest kid I've ever seen.
Oh, my God.
I think you've told me this week that she's also like a little terrorist.
Oh, yes, she is. She's a terrorist. And then my friend Abby came and stayed with me today. Her kid's a terrorist. Every kid's a terrorist. Just to let you guys know, especially if they're teething or there's a toddler.
Well, can we go back? I'm sure we'll talk about it when it's closer to the event. But I'm sure she's going to have a special bow for Sesame Street Live, right?
Well, I've already bought one, but I mean, I think she needs something bigger.
And 2, do they serve alcohol at Sesame Street Live?
I don't know, but I can bring my own.
Okay.
It's at like 1.
Just wondering
Yeah.
if they do that for the parents.
I'm sure.
Okay.
If they have Drunk Circus, surely they have drinks at Sesame Street Live.
I feel like it's just a little bit different.
We'll see. I'll let y'all know.
What we may or may not talk about on the next episode of The Champagne Way. Will I finish my Black Friday shopping in order to make it to like the cat store and buy all the cat litter in the entire world once again for the 5th or 6th or 7th year in a row?
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. You'll have to
Trina-
follow all of our Instagram stories for that one.
Does Trina and Marshall actually use the kitty litter for themselves?
Maybe. Will Rory stop terrorizing her mom with poop? And will she have to invest in cat litter as well for her baby?
Oh.
Potty training taken to the next level. Just train them to use a box. I feel like if you can train a cat to use a box, you can train a baby to use a box.
I trained a pig to use a box.
There you go.
Oh.
I feel like this solves a lot of diaper issues.
Yeah.
Hashtag truth.
Hashtag truth. Will Jess ever name her car? Because I think that she should, and she thinks that's a weird thing that people do.
I'll work on that.
You should. Will any of us ever make a drinking advent calendar? Or will we ever find one?
I did.
I had to think of the word advent. That long pause was me forgetting the word advent.
Well, I've got mine, y'all.
Will I ever remember the word advent?
Don't worry, I'll take pictures and send it to you guys as I'm drinking it.
Oh, you're so kind.
You're welcome. And eating my cheese and truffles.
All that and more, hopefully, on the next episode of The Champagne Way.
Thank you, everyone. Please rate, listen, subscribe, love, attach, whatever, share, care with our social medias and our podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, or whatever the crap Google has now.
Google Podcast.
Google Podcast. Our website is always available and it's always free because we love you. You can also love us on some social media sites, including Facebook and Instagram and also Twitter, but we never use Twitter unless we're looking at the dog podcasts.
That's right.
Thoughts
We
of
love
dog.
you. Keep listening and share. We are thankful for you, my boo.
Bye.
Thank you to Marshall and the second sound. Thanks.